so I got sidetracked a little bit. I walked to the store and I tried to buy some coffee and they were out. Got a bunch of tea here and I put two green tea bags in it. There's a chai latte with a caramel mocha latte, and I'm very undercaffeinated. And I took my medicine and it tends to make me calm down. It can make me sleepy a little bit. In fact, I took both kinds of medicine just because I reset my sleep schedule. So I'm going to slow down. One helps me hold still and focus, and the other slows down my brain. Intentionally slows down my brain like it's an anticonvulsant. Because I have bipolar disorder, so. They want me staying in one place and not traveling all over the country. So what I was trying to say was that video was edited, and I didn't do it. I came back, found it edited on my phone, ran an analysis using tools, and I ran that analysis by AI. And the AI essentially said the file had not been manipulated. That's how I had recorded. And I said, or it had been perfectly synced between frames. So the delta, in other words, the rate of change between each frame, in other words, was impossible to fake. You would have to record it that way or directly sync it with software, frame by frame. You would have to look at the frame rate, the delta between each frame. You would have to make sure, and that could be different. It could be different. I'm assuming depending on how a phone, how its recording software will process an MP4 container, but it should be the same, so I don't understand. And it could, what I'm saying is it may depend on the codecs. So somebody would have had say, hey, this may be forensically analyzed. This guy's already a computer technician. So whoever did this, they knew something about me. They knew what I was capable of. They knew I was capable of finding out exactly what is in this file. And I did. And what I found out was that between every frame, there was no difference. Meaning one of two things. I recorded what might as well be an ET in my bedroom, and that wouldn't be the first time. Except last time, it was just a still photo of your classic almond-shaped head standing behind me, two of them. That's all I'm going to say about that. I was just thinking in my head, I think the federal government stole the photo. Because it's gone now. All the other files that were with that collection I have. Except for that photo. I even shared it back and forth online with a friend. It's just gone. I think it was hidden. I think it was taken. I asked those beings to show me what they were. The ones that were communicating with me and that have been communicating with me all these years. Held up the phone, snapped a photo of them. There they were behind me. I think they wanted to show me their size specifically. So, and exactly how big they were. So as if it were intentional. They stood side by side except they were floating. On my wall. On a calendar. From head to toe, they were the same size as my calendar. And there were two of them, side by side. The details were so clear, I could see the veins in their eyes. I could see the veins in their eyes. From a distance. From about 12 feet away. With a selfie, pretty much. Behind my shoulder. I could zoom in and I could see the veins in each one of their eyes. They were definitely using some sort of translucent technology. Nobody could look at that photo I had at the time, and nobody could deny it. Like I would go and show people that photo, nobody could one time look at me and doubt it. That's how clear that photo was. And it's gone now. But I was saying, I felt like I was a jerk, kind of. But now I don't, since somebody got on my phone and hacked me. I'm thinking, because it did have some like little AI like looking type of work, you know, on the air. It wasn't completely perfect. So I was thinking if there was some sort of future AI or, you know, AGI, whatever, ASI, whatever, if they were using some sort of console to enter into another time, okay, there could be imperfections to represent a human being. But if you look at that video, the original video is me calling these people names because I think that they are going too far. I think they are taking all the risks, not caring how it's going to impact humanity, not caring that whatever beings are produced, they're not going to care about us. They're not going to be our robot friends, and they're going to take us over, and they're going to take over this planet unless we merge with them physically and agree to do so and actively work on doing it before it becomes that far, before they become that advanced. Meaning we have to do it to ourselves. So I have a construct I created called, now I'm going to say this, let me be clear, I'm not an engineer. That's why I call it construct. I do not have an engineering degree. I have a mapped out plan that can result in a design. That is called a construct. So you can say I am kind of like a theoretical guy. Kind of like what a theoretical physicist may be. Except I don't have a physics degree yet. I'm a major, physics major. I'm going back to school. I'm going to. But I want my degree not to be biology, even though I want to be a biomedical engineer, but physics, because I think it aligns well with my goals in a quantum sense. And I have developed what I call organic superintelligence, because I think we're going the wrong direction with AI, and you know, towards the race for AGI, and it pissed me off. It's going to be the replacement for humans, but not my construct of organic superintelligence. If we harness what we have now to create what I call the Q brain, and certain nanosynthetic material, Gen 1, I mean, of course we would need AI. And it would have to run within a container some kind, somehow. And that may be the scary part. So it doesn't escape. But we're going to need to create what I have already named as my intellectual property, and that's what I don't like about what I read and what these people are forcing us to agree to. Why do I say forcing us to agree to? Because there is no agreeing, there is no you cannot deny. You are dependent upon debit, credit, okay? Using a computer, you are dependent to run your business, to operate your business, whether you be an artist of some kind, whether you be a creator of some kind, whether you be a designer, whatever, you know, all sorts of licenses, all sorts of agreements. Here's what I'm saying to him. Here's what I'm getting to. Whether it be an innocuous agreement, they are sure to mention their partners and say we are at no liability. Oh, but just through our little innocent service, whatever crosses it, by the way, as you scroll without reading through that fine print, they say we own it. We own it. When we want to. But don't worry, you're good. Just go ahead and create your content. But they own it. Whether it be through you, through their service, or a third party, and the government, when the government decides to say, swoop, thanks, all these contracts together say this, you will accidentally get yourself in that position, and guess what? There's no avoiding it, because you don't get that option anymore. And anybody in that country, any citizen, can make that argument in court. And judges are doing the wrong thing by not enforcing it, by not enforcing protections for citizens. There is no line anymore. A line needs to be enforced. We need a digital Bill of Rights. And we need protections now from these corporations, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to own us. They're trying to own us, and they're trying to own all things. And including us, you know. That's called technocracy, autocracy, kleptocracy, whatever. And this is happening so fast at a rate that the rug is being pulled out from under us and that people aren't seeing what's happening. So of course they're going to hide these videos because they don't want you to know. And I'm going to make sure they get caught for doing it. I'm going to make sure that I have enough content here, YouTube, that the public and that the courts see that you are unreasonably hiding users' content. And you're making every excuse you can to deny them access to the public space. For any excuse. You're gonna pick one. Whether it be a conflict of interest or whatever. You're going to pick one and you're going to try to use it when that wasn't the issue to begin with. The issue is that there's a long-standing pattern of you social media corporations denying a person's voice when they have a good point to prove. And when I can back that up by saying there are other content creators out there that just have prettier faces, so they slip through the cracks, but they're saying the same things. You can find them in a protest playlist.